The village wakes in warm sunlight, and Little Red feels happy as birds sing near her window. Mother gives her a basket and says in a kind voice that Grandma needs food today. Mother holds her shoulders and tells her that she must stay on the safe path. Little Red ties her red cape and thinks that she will walk fast and carefully. Mother waves at the door and hopes that Little Red comes back safe and smiling. Little Red skips through the village gate, feeling light and happy. She thinks it will be a beautiful day. She stops at the forest edge and looks at the tall trees, wondering how big and quiet they are. A wolf hides in the bushes and watches her, sure that she does not see him. She bends to pick a bright blue flower, thinking that her grandmother will like it very much. The wolf moves closer slowly, careful not to make a sound, thinking that he must be very quiet. Hearing something behind her, Little Red turns quickly and wonders who the shadow might belong to. The wolf bows and smiles, trying to appear friendly and kind to the girl. She points down the path and holds her basket, explaining in her mind that she is visiting her grandmother. The wolf thinks to himself that this is the perfect chance for a clever trick. He points to a bright flower path and tries to convince Little Red that it is the nicer way. The girl walks into the clearing of lilies, enchanted by the colors, forgetting about the danger for a moment. The wolf runs quickly through the dark bushes, determined to reach the house before Little Red. The little cottage rests quietly under the big oak tree, and the wolf knows this must be the right house. He lifts his paw and touches the door, thinking that now it is time to enter. Grandmother looks up from her book, surprised, wondering who might be at the door. The wolf leaps towards the grandmother without giving her time to call for help. He pushes her into the wardrobe and locks it, thinking she will stay hidden and unable to escape. He puts on her cap and glasses and looks in the mirror, thinking that his disguise is perfect. He climbs into the bed and hides under the blanket, excited that Little Red will arrive soon. Little Red reaches the cottage as the sun sets, thinking happily that she has arrived to see her grandmother. She knocks softly on the door and thinks about whether it is polite to ask to enter. She steps inside and notices that the room feels strange and quiet, wondering what could be wrong. She walks closer to the bed, thinking that maybe her grandmother is not feeling well. She notices the big ears under the cap and wonders why they are so large. The wolf smiles and tries to make her believe that his big ears help her hear her better. She leans closer and sees his glowing eyes, feeling a little nervous and uneasy. The wolf wants her to think that his big eyes let him see her better, speaking calmly but in a tricky way. She notices the large paws on the bed and feels frightened. She sees the sharp claws, and the wolf wants her to think they are only for hugging. He opens his mouth to show his sharp teeth, and she realizes he is dangerous and wants to eat her. He leaps out of bed, and she steps back quickly, terrified and thinking she must escape. She runs around the table with chairs falling, while the wolf chases her, thinking she cannot get away. She grabs a rolling pin from the counter, feeling brave and ready to defend herself. Outside, the woodcutter hears her scream and thinks someone is in trouble. He kicks the door open and steps inside, determined to stop the wolf. The wolf freezes when he sees the axe, realizing that he is afraid and might be caught. Little Red points at the wardrobe, thinking her grandmother must be inside. Knocking and muffled sounds come from the wardrobe, and grandmother hopes someone will help her. The woodcutter breaks the lock with his axe, thinking that now she will be safe. Grandmother falls out and hugs them both, feeling grateful and relieved. The wolf jumps for the window, thinking he must escape quickly. The woodcutter grabs him and throws him out into the forest, thinking the wolf will not return. The wolf runs into the dark forest, thinking he is scared and sorry. Little Red hugs her grandmother tightly, feeling relieved that she is safe. They sit at the table and eat tea and cake, and Grandmother thinks that Little Red is very brave. Little Red smiles, thinking that she has learned to be careful and wise. The cottage glows softly under the stars, and the woodcutter feels that all is calm again. Little Red walks back to the village with the woodcutter, thinking that she is thankful for his help. Far in the forest, the wolf's eyes glow, and he thinks he will not forget what happened. Little Red enters her home and hugs her mother, feeling happy and safe. Moral of the story: do not trust strangers, stay on safe paths, and always listen to caring advice.